giving us their favorite emojis. A young Duke team still dealing with the injury to Emil Jefferson. They're playing a six-man rotation. Three of them are freshmen, including the two in the starting lineup, Brandon Ingram and Luke Kennard. By contrast, as Dick just referenced, Miami, a veteran team, their starting lineup has two redshirt seniors, a true senior, a redshirt junior, and a true junior. They are combining for 334 career starts. We're pleased to be joined in Miami tonight by Quint Kesnick.
Brandon Ingram is a consensus top 3 pick in next year's NBA draft. He'll be sitting in the green room pretty time soon. Why? Well, he's got the skill set of a guard, the body of a forward at 6'9" with a 7'3" wingspan. And since Emil Jefferson's injury, he's been devastating. 21 points per game. Kamari Murphy of Miami draws that assignment. A Brooklyn tough defender. He'll try to deny Ingram touches and push him away from the basket, Sean.
It'll be one and done almost certainly for Ingram at Duke, and Jim Larinaga in Miami hoping for a big win tonight.
I'll tell you one thing, not many guys can say that they've beaten Coach Krzyzewski 3 out of 5 times, because the Larinaga can. And a couple of years ago I sat here, and it was probably the worst beating that Duke has taken in 20 years. It was blowout city, 90-63. But he's feeling it right now. We were winning before the game, and he told us these kids are ready to play.
On the other bench, Mike Krzyzewski, the winningest coach in Division I history.
That says it all, Sean. Not only that, gold medals with the USA Olympic team. Jim Larinaga said today, he is the corporate coach of America.
John Gaffney, one of the officials, throws the ball in the air, and Duke in blue controls the tip.
And look, that 3-game losing streak against North Carolina State was a tight game, and then they went on a 14-zip spurt.
Luke Kennard with the first shot of the game for Duke, off the mark. And here comes Miami.
Zone defense. Zone defense. They did a lot of that against NC State.
Davon Reed. Angel Rodriguez, the point guard. Backdoor lob, and the dunk for Sheldon McClellan.
What a tremendous play right there. The diagonal pass down here from the hub side. Flipped it up on top. Great eye contact between the tandem. That's an experienced tandem, man. They've been around the block. Transfer City is Miami.
Ingram. Tough shot, short. Battle for the rebound. And it was last touched by Miami. Full shot clock for Duke.
There's that lob pass over the top. Great timing, great eye contact. Hey, you and I had Monday night when Syracuse beat them, and on the glass really hurt Duke. We'll see if tonight Miami can take advantage of their lack of bigs.
Grayson Allen traveled. Pat Driscoll with the call. Michael Stevens, the other official working this game tonight. Coach K and Duke ended that 3-game losing streak with a win Saturday at NC State. And Miami coming in off a win over the weekend as well. They beat Wake Forest here. They've won 2 in a row over BC and Wake Forest.
Got a lot of size out front. When you look at Ingram out there with that long wingspan, reminiscent of some of the Syracuse zones in the past, having a big guy out there. They're going to make Miami shoot some threes.
Baseline jumper knocked in by Tanye Chikiri, the 7-footer, originally from Nigeria, moved to this part of the world, South Florida, pursue a career in basketball, and it's working out very nicely for him.
He's a terrific defensive player as well. He's very fundamentally sound. He'll be matched up with Plumlee on the inside.
Matt Jones, strong drive as he got away from Angel Rodriguez for the first Duke bucket of the night.
Nice drive by Jones. No one rotated over, though, to close off his driving angle. Jim Larinaga told you and I before the game, we're going to see a zone. He said, we're going to see the zone. We're ready for the zone.
Duke played a lot of zone in the win against NC State on the weekend. There's a 3. It's dangerous to play zone against this Miami team. They have several capable three-point shooters, including Reed, the junior from Ewing, New Jersey.
You know, he's been struggling a little bit shooting the ball, but he was out here early today. But you're right, Sean. They can shoot the basketball from the perimeter. Love him. Love that kid. You talk about toughness. Hondo Allen.
Grayson Allen. Jim Larrañaga says he thinks Grayson Allen is one of the top 5 players in America.
I tell you, talk about All-American teams, it'll be tough to shut him down. He's shooting 34 for 47 from the 2 this year. That's almost 70%.
Fadeaway wouldn't drop for Kamari Murphy, known mostly for his defense. When they play man-to-man, which they will most of the night, he'll be close to Ingram. Luke Kennard, the freshman, nice little stutter. Count the basket and a chance for a three-point play.
That's good news for him and for Duke. You and I had him in that game Monday night. He didn't make a shot.
No.
I mean, he's right now driving. He's going to be a very good player at Duke. There's no doubt about it. He's had some special moments. Had a 30-point game against the Fighting Irish. I love Allen. Allen's got that toughness, that tenacity, and driving ability.
Kennard, the best free throw shooter in the country right now, 92.6%. Tavon Reed the foul. And Duke and Miami even at 7, nearly 3.5 minutes in.
They changed the defense now to go to a 1-3-1 set with Ingram up on top with that wingspan.
Rodriguez rattled out. Jakiri went for the tip. Here's Kennard the other way, freshman from Franklin, Ohio. Kennard. Ball went straight up in the air. Plumlee kept it alive. Allen for 3, long, and the rebound to Angel Rodriguez.
See, the one thing they've done better this year, Miami, is running transition. They've been a better transition team, and that's one of the ways they're going to try to attack this zone by beating it before it's aligned.
Another lob, and it went through the hands of Kamari Murphy.
Had the right idea. He was back there wide open.
ESPN's exclusive presentation of college basketball is brought to you by Quicksilver from Capital One. Earn unlimited 1.5% cash back.
Grayson Allen for Duke. Lost it, was stripped.
Changed defenses by Miami.
Another lob. Very athletic going to the rim. That time Sheldon McClellan couldn't finish.
You got to convert that. He was wide open. You got to make that play happen.
Kennard's open for 3, and he's coming out of a little mini shooting slump. Dick mentioned it. He was 0 for against Syracuse. The last 2 games, he was 4 for 21 from the field before he had a decent day so far tonight.
He was a terrific shooter on the high school level. I remember Howard Garfinkel, a 5-star, calling me up and said, "When do you see this kid? He made 11 threes in one game. He's going to be very good at Duke."
Ron Cruz Uceda is in off the Miami bench, number 33. Rodriguez the miss, and Matt Jones the other way for Duke. They're on an 8-0 run. They're on a 10-0 run.
And that's what they did against NC State. It was 56-56, and all of a sudden, Duke went like on a 14-zip spurt. They're that kind of team. Spurtability, as Clark Kellogg we always say.
Another battle between 2 ranked teams later tonight as Big Monday continues with Kansas and Iowa State. Rodriguez, he's firing early. Jim Larrañaga told us before the game, Dick, that sometimes at the beginning of the game he's too concerned about getting everybody else a shot, and he doesn't take good shots for him.
He's too much of a facilitator, and he wants to shoot the ball a little bit more. And he's come out here thinking offense. You know, you look at that age. I mean, you're talking about experience galore with McClellan and Rodriguez.
Wow, Ingram powered to the goal and slammed it home. The 6'9" freshman from Kinston, North Carolina.
Example why he's the premier freshman right now in the ACC and nationwide. Simmons and Ingram. I don't see anybody else can get close to those 2.
Rodriguez not bashful early tonight. Another 3 for the transfer from Kansas State.
The 3 ball is falling down for Miami. Got back into that, cut that spurt that Duke had. That 3 ball will give you some momentum. Now back in the man-to-man. They haven't been able to get the ball to Plumlee. Jakiri doing a good job keeping the ball away from Plumlee with post defense.
Grayson Allen last to touch it. The ball will go over to Miami with a chance for the Canes to take the lead.
You and I saw Plumlee have a great game against Syracuse. Place is fired up, man. It's fired up here. He's done an amazing job rebuilding basketball, like a Frank Lloyd Wright. He's an architect. His program was struggling.
Cruz Uceda tried to send it to the baseline and threw it right through the legs of Kamari Murphy. Tremendous excitement here for Miami basketball under Jim Larrañaga. They sold out their entire allotment of season tickets before the year began. They're the first Miami athletic team in any sport to do that.
That's amazing when you think of all the great football teams they've had over the years. That's quite an achievement.
Jim Larrañaga now 66 years old. A lot of people were surprised, Dick, when he got the job, not because he wasn't successful where he'd been before. He was, including the 14 years at George Mason, but because of his age, it seemed like an interesting hire, but he has plenty left in the tank.
He really does. He's got a lot of spirit, a lot of enthusiasm. He's young at heart. It's only a number. How many times I hear that? You're 76, man. You should be home, having your oatmeal, going to bed.
Rodriguez has already made a couple. That one's short. For the rebound off to Jaquan Newton, Dick Vitale's favorite sixth man right now, and it leads to a dunk for Kamari Murphy.
Nice pass by Newton. How good was he in high school? I mean, think about this. The all-time leading scorer in the history of Philadelphia Catholic League. Syracuse wanted him.
Travel.
Syracuse took Joseph, and it opened up the door. Jim Larrañaga set for Miami.
And Ingram is not getting up. Untying his right shoe.
I got a little good news in terms of Jefferson now. He's out of the boot. He's able to walk now. I'm hoping that maybe he can start and eventually do a little basketball drills. But first of all, he's got to get that balance back. Here's a look at Ingram.
Who stepped on a foot there. His right ankle turned. He stepped on the foot of James Palmer, who's come in off the bench for Miami.
It's amazing when you think about it. They only play 6 guys, dude. Everybody gives them, you know, everybody they play. As soon as they see those 4 letters, D-U-K-E, they play at such a level. And you got to be able to match that commitment. And that's where Coach K is outstanding. His kids play hard every night.
Ingram showing no signs of the sore ankle. Then Grayson Allen fouled and will shoot 2. Angel Rodriguez got him on a reach-in.
Got to foul on a free throw shooting because both clubs are excellent getting to the free throw. Certainly Ingram's game. I think that when you look at Ingram, look at those numbers right now. Unbelievable. Wait till he gets stronger physically, and that's going to happen. He's put on weight already, and he's a beautiful kid. Not a good kid. He is a terrific young guy with great work ethic and passion about the game.
That's the word Mike Krzyzewski used to describe him. Beautiful kid from a beautiful family. Just 190 pounds. And Coach K thinks 3 or 4 years from now, when he gets even stronger, he's going to be a special NBA player. Floater wouldn't go the first time for Jaquan Newton, but a foul on the follow-up action.
He does that really well. He gets in gaps and seams of a defense and utilizes that floater exceptionally well. Came out of Philadelphia. Hey, by the way, Philadelphia, what about Temple yesterday beating SMU? And they had a kid went 7 for 7 shooting threes. First L for Larry Brown and his kids from SMU.
Yeah, Larry said, I guess it's a statement of where SMU has gone, that they stormed the court.
Unbelievable. That was great praise for SMU that happened. The kid by his name was Coleman, made 7 for 7 from the trifecta.
Jaquan Newton makes both.
He's got that scorer's mentality, Sean. He just knows how to score.
He's their second leading scorer for the year, just under 12 per game. And he plays only 22 minutes per game. Kennard, the 3 wouldn't go. And boy, did Kamari Murphy sky for that rebound.
He's got a great bounce off the floor. It's a pogo stick there. Oh!
Palmer fouled on the scoop. And he'll shoot a pair. Tomorrow, 7 Eastern on ESPN, Yogi Ferrell and number 19, Indiana, winners of 12 in a row, taking on Wisconsin. And then at 9, the Player of the Year candidate, Jay Billis' #1 prospect, Ben Simmons, leads LSU against Georgia. Super Tuesday presented by Hotels.com, streaming live on Watch ESPN and the ESPN app.
There is no doubt that Ben Simmons will be #1. There's nobody who's going to take that away from him. Tomorrow you'll see him tremendous. Look at this guy, Buddy Hield. See him Tuesday night as well. Thomas Bryant getting better and better. One of the key reasons why Indiana has gotten so good. They were absolutely embarrassed and humiliated by Duke. They didn't play any defense, and since then they have picked it up defensively, and Tom Crean's team is on fire.
The last Duke fouls on Chase Jeter, the freshman who hadn't played at all in the last couple of games. He's quickly gone back to the bench.
Trying to go one-on-one with Plumlee inside.
Out of bounds, and Plumlee the last to touch.
He had 19 and 17 against Syracuse. 19-17. Wow, he's had some great games this year for Duke. As that 2-3 zone, I would slide a guy right in behind the foul line area. That's an open area, that zone. You can utilize him as a passer or a scorer.
James Palmer, sophomore from Washington, D.C. Ooh, he hoists a long one with 6 on the shot clock, and he made it. Miami on fire from beyond the arc to start the game. 4 out of 6 for Coach L.
Well, he told us before the game, he said, we can shoot the 3. He said, we can shoot the 3 against that zone.
37% for the year from beyond the arc for Miami, but that number considerably lower in the ACC, just 27% from beyond the arc in league play.
And that stands to reason. You know, a lot of teams load up with their stats against these cupcakes pre-conference games, and then you find out people scout you, analyze what you do, your strengths, your weaknesses.
Amari Murphy, the last foul, his first. Tough drive for Jones. Looked like Jakiri deflected it.
He's a very good defensive player, one of the premier defensive players in the ACC.
Jones for 3.
That when these kids can shoot the 3. Man, if they go on fire there. Now against Syracuse's zone, they had lots of trouble. Syracuse played great defense that night. They were 10 for 37.
Second 3 of the night for Duke, the 50th of the year for Jones, and this their 21st game. He leads their team in threes made. Along with the 3-point shot was Davon Reed.
He's been struggling shooting the ball the last few games. Capable, but he's been in a little bit of a struggle. Plumlee getting a big screen out there for Kennard.
Trying to execute a screen and roll with Plumlee, but that was well defended by Miami. Grayson Allen missed with the left. Plumlee kept it alive, but couldn't control it. Newton to push the other way. Good catch, but Murphy couldn't finish, and Plumlee ripped it down.
Well, they had an opportunity in transition, had numbers right there, but came up empty. And they've been running the basketball a lot better this year than in the past. One of the losses here at home, they're going to be by Northeastern, who made 12 threes against them, beat them at the buzzer.
Plumlee lost it, was fortunate to hit Jakiri on the way out. Well, Dick mentioned earlier, it's become the place to be in Miami, these Hurricane basketball games, and Alex Rodriguez is here tonight.
Who's that guy? Did he play a little baseball? Wow, played a little baseball this year for the Yankees.
Do you think A-Rod goes to sleep in a very expensive suit? Every time you see him, he is dressed in the nines.
I think he can afford it. As that zone now, they're going to try to attack the gaps more. They're staying too much on the perimeter. They've been fortunate to get the 3 balls going for it.
Wow, McClellan from Fort Lauderdale. And Jakiri couldn't save it along the end line. Interesting, when we talked to Jim Larrañaga before the game about Rodriguez and his low field goal percentage, that was an example of what usually happens to him. He said they get late in the shot clock, his teammates throw the ball to Rodriguez, and he has to hoist up a tough shot.
Yep.
That time it was McClellan who fired. And now Rodriguez returns.
You know, McClellan's a guy that has great second halves. For some reason, he's a slow starter. I mean, I was here for a game where he just went off in the second half, and he was great against Florida State.
He has 2 points in the half so far. Allen dribbled one off his foot.
Tell you one thing about Allen, he will not stop attacking. He's always in an attack mode.
Back at his home state, Grayson's from Jacksonville. Plumlee, great attack of the offensive rebound. He's averaged more than 6 offensive rebounds per game over the last 4.
They do a great job usually getting the offensive rebound, throwing it out to an open three-point shooter. And that's where they miss Jefferson. I can't emphasize enough how valuable he is to this team.
Derek Thornton well short with a 3. Yvonne Cruz Uceda the rebound. Reed very athletic.
There's that athletic ability you're talking about, Sean, and there's that transition ability. They're running a lot more. So look at Emil Jefferson.
Reed was on the NIT All-Tournament team last year. Miami made a run to the championship game and lost to Stanford, but it ended up a 25-win season for the Hurricanes. They're picked 5th this year in the ACC in the preseason poll.
I'll tell you one thing, Sean, they don't want to make any All-Star NIT teams this year.
Shot clock about to expire. Allen, shot clock violation.
Great defense right there by Miami. Great team defense to force him to take a bad shot. Gonna watch.
Has 8 ACC teams in the field with Florida State and Syracuse close.
Yeah, Professor Lenardi right there has North Carolina obviously #1, deservingly so. I thought they were going to be #1 in both polls, but they're not #1 in the poll that we utilized.
AP.
They're #2.
Oklahoma's #1. Tanya Jakiri from in close, a miss. Ingram the push. And Mike Krzyzewski said if need be, he could play point guard in the NBA, and you just saw that. He feels like Brandon could play 1 through 4 at the professional level.
He's got a great hand. He really handles the ball exceptionally well. Look at Mike Krzyzewski teaming up with Jerry Colangelo, a phenomenal job. They brought back that sense of pride of wearing the red, white, and blue uniform for the USA, winning those gold medals.
On to Rio this summer for one last run in the Olympics, and then that'll be it as the coach of the national team. Ingram swoops to the goal. And I love the way Coach K described him. You mentioned earlier, Mike used the word beautiful. He also said he isn't low maintenance, he's 0 maintenance.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good. He's got the whole package.
Playing the top of that zone. Cruz Uceda is a big guy, but that's his shot. The 6'10 senior shooting 50% for the year from 3. 30 out of 60 coming in. Allen drives right down the lane.
What a big-time move that was right there. A big-time move. Spot a gap in the defense and attack that gap. Grayson Allen's got that scorer's mentality. What do you go from 4 points a game to like 20 points a game? Unbelievable.
Sean McDonough, Dick Vitale, Quint Kesenick back at BankUnited Center on the campus of the University of Miami. Big Monday.
And stay with that zone. I think that's smart. When you look at their number of players they can play, not that you relax in the zone, but it doesn't exhaust you physically like it does playing that man-to-man.
Well, Mike Krzyzewski has said he'd rather, if they're going to rest, catch their breath on offense. Jakiri just too tall for those 2 Duke players who were there. Palmer the miss. Jakiri had it again, and then it got ripped away by Matt Jones.
Look at that handle. Look at that spin. Kick out.
Ingram found Allen. Jakiri rallied to the ball and foul on Allen's drive. Here's Quint.
Jimmy Larinaga spending most of his time talking about zone offense, attacking this 2-3. He said to his guys that Duke's forwards don't have the same wingspan that you like out of a team like Syracuse, for instance. It's Allen and Jones on the wings. He loves the lob behind the zone. He likes the entry pass into the free throw line. So look for Miami to attack this zone with some lobs behind the forwards.
Tell you what, the free throw line could be big late in this game. Both clubs shoot the ball well from the free throw line. Think about this. Duke they've made 370 free throws. Their opponents have only shot 315. That's a major plus. And one of the key reasons, the driving ability of Ingram and Allen creating foul opportunities.
Ingram from 16 feet. Nicely done.
big time. As Jay said in that analysis, can go inside, outside, versatile, multi-talented, a flat-out solid goal PTP, just like you, a primetime performer.
Well, for the entire year, as Newton scores, for the entire year, it had been, Dick, it seemed a foregone conclusion, Ben Simmons was going to be the #1 player in the draft. Now you hear some of these NBA people start to say, as you would say, maybe it's Mr. Ingram.
But I know one thing right there in that timeout, he adjusted and got the ball to the foul line area, and they got a score in that zone.
Plumlee short with the left, hit the rim on the way up.
The transition defense by Duke getting back. But they got the ball into where the ACC logo is, and they scored because it's wide open in that area. Get right behind Ingram.
Tied at 25. It's been nip and tuck throughout. Each team's had a 5-point lead, the biggest for each. Rodriguez, another three, his third of the night.
You know, creating that for him, though? The penetration ability of Newton. He penetrated, found the open guy. What I like about both these teams, so unselfish, Sean. They play together, look to share the ball, communicate, and they play with a will to want to win.
Allen almost had it stripped. Rodriguez 3 out of 5 for 3. He was under 28% for the season entering tonight. Shot clock 5. Very good defense by Murphy, and still Ingram managed to score.
It didn't matter. I mean, he had great defense on him. He made him shoot him over him. He had a spin. Wow. He's a lot tougher than what his body looks.
Even though he's just 190 at 6'9", Mike Krzyzewski said he's strong. He's going to get stronger. Newton, a nice little floater from about 12 feet.
He's the best six man. You pick an all-roll age team. You want some relief. You want Newton on that team. He comes off that bench and provides instant offense.
Newton's dad, Joe, was a terrific player. D2 National Player of the Year at Central Oklahoma. Thornton with no spin on that shot at all. A knuckleball that was way off.
Little Phil Negro action, huh?
Yeah.
Wait, Wilhelm. That's my days.
A-Rod would have wanted to take a swing at that one. That was a floating knuckleball. 2.5 minutes to go in the half. Ingram's pass intended for Plumlee was batted away.
Take a look at Brandon Ingram. Talk about a green room guy right there. Little jumper, and then he shows that versatility. He's spinning a lane. Defense plays him tough. Lays it on the glass, gets the conversion. He's a
Perry Ellis touchscreen like only Seth Greenberg can deliver. How about our game?
Our game, hey, Duke, you know what they're in?
What?
They're in the zone. And you know why? Rebound the basketball.
Sean, Seth's on fire, you can tell. Back to you.
Yes, I can. They have out-rebounded Miami by 5 so far, 17-12.
And that's a big plus for them. That was an area of concern. Look at right there by the ACC logo. Wide open, and they missed him.
2 minutes to go in the half. Shot clock at 6. Rodriguez very assertive in the first half tonight.
There's a big hole in that area, and Rodriguez attacks that gap and seam. He's having a strong first half. Maybe he knew he was on SportsCenter. We talked about him on SportsCenter, so he does really making us look good. Oh, nice head fake.
Jones couldn't shoot the 3 as Miami guarded. 2-on-1 break. Grayson Allen back. Newton missed.
Should have given it up. Should have dropped the bounce pass on a dime to his teammate for a layup. He never saw him.
Both teams attacking in transition. Jones, the corner 3. Yanked down by the big fella, Jakiri.
Here's Rodriguez trying to beat that zone down. Nice pass.
Newton fades away from the big guy, Plumlee. Definitely altered that shot, Marshall Plumlee, at 7 feet, 250 pounds.
He hasn't been able to get on the board inside. Jakiri's really shut him down as trying to score inside. I don't think he scored yet.
McClellan better be careful. Very demonstrative. That's how you get a technical. His first foul. He's 6th on the team, so they'll inbound from the side. The Big 12 SEC Challenge doubleheader comes your way Saturday on ESPN at 5 o'clock. Battle between Player of the Year candidates Buddy Hield and #1 Oklahoma, Ben Simmons and LSU, and then at 7, 20th ranked Kentucky at Kansas. How about that matchup?
What a doubleheader. I can't wait to go down there with Brent Musburger. Oh, there's the 3 from the corner. Brent and I will be down in LSU, Baton Rouge. Buddy Hield, Oklahoma comes in, #1 in the nation. The one area I have to say about Ben Simmons, you got to win. You got to win. You got to find a way. You're a superstar to carry your team to the winner's circle.
McClellan for 3.
He's been quiet. He's been quiet. He's got talent. He played at the next level. He's from out of Texas, a transfer. A lot of emotion on this floor.
Timeout called by Duke. This 5-point lead for Miami, the largest, matching the largest of the game for the Canes.
Bringing the ball back out. Find an open McClellan. And great arc in that shot. Tremendous rotation. Follow through. And then he feels it. Look at the emotion.
You mentioned just the 3 losses this year for Miami. They had the 1-point loss against Northeastern, a good team in the Colonial. The other losses were at Virginia and at Clemson. So really not bad losses there. And they have some nice wins. They went to Puerto Rico, beat Utah and Butler in winning that tournament.
They got a lot of recognition when they did that. Certainly losing down to Virginia. A lot of people are going to lose down to Virginia. Let's look at McClellan first half versus the second half. Win a year.
He's mentioned a few times he's much more productive typically in the second half than the first, and that 3-point bucket gives him 5 points here in the first half.
Well, keep in mind here, Duke is right now 4-3 in conference. If they lose and go 4-4, that'll be the worst start in the ACC since 1995-96. For them, they've set such a standard. And I'm telling you, this team is going to be dangerous when they get Jefferson back.
Kennard fouled on a 3.2 to put a shot up, perhaps.
That's what they do well. They attack off the bounce. Kennard does. Allen does. Certainly Ingram. And that's why they shoot way more free throws than their opponents. They've made 370, and their opponents have shot 315. And that's a great job that Miami's done to keep them off the line, basically, here tonight.
And here's the development of Kennard. They've needed more from everybody in the absence of Emile Jefferson. And Kennard has tried to fill the void, some of it.
He can shoot the free throws. You said the best. 90-some% is looking at Emile Jefferson, a beautiful young guy as well. I got to know him a little bit. He dates a young lady from Duke who lives a block away from me. So I know the family. He's with a great family.
The boot is off, but he still is walking with a notice. Mike Krzyzewski said no timetable for his return. Long pass, and McClellan tried to catch and shoot all in one motion. And we're at halftime.
Had a good half, real strong half. Miami played well, Duke played well, made some threes. Miami goes in feeling pretty good, up 4, Sean.
Angel Rodriguez with 11 for Miami. Jim Larinaga actually showed his team recently a video of 3-point shots that they missed, and he said, hey, you're getting good shots, keep taking these shots. They're going to go in eventually, and tonight they have for Angel Rodriguez.
Well, they've done a good job defensively when you look at Miami. 31 points for Duke. When they don't score 75, they're usually in trouble.
They're a high-scoring team. 86 points per game for Duke, 5th in the country. Angel Rodriguez, originally from Puerto Rico, then went to high school here in South Florida. Off the mark, Jakiri attacked the offensive glass, and then Plumlee denied him.
Tremendous offensive rebound, but a solid defensive play by Plumlee on the interior.
Luke Kennard ran into some traffic. Looked like Brandon Ingram didn't know whether to screen or not. With the right hand, it's Luke Kennard.
Nice little right hand jump. Wow. Haven't seen that shot out of him. He is going to be such a player at Duke. Because he's not a one and done. He's a guy that's going to be back there, put big numbers on. You're going to watch his numbers jump like Allen did in his super sophomore year.
Sheldon McClellan, as Dick said in the first half, almost always he's more productive in the second half. Wow, read shot way off, but Jakiri in the right place for Miami.
Great rebound by Jakiri, timing, but it was a horrible shot. You know, shot selection's so big. When you got two teams quality playing like this, usually the team's going to take the better shots and get to the free throw line. He's going to go to the winner's circle.
Grayson Allen. Now Brandon Ingram, 10 to shoot. Kennard, 5 on the shot clock. Nice move again with the right, this time short. Davon Reed, the rebound. Miami trying to run, and Rodriguez's pass tipped and intercepted. Grayson Allen scores around the 7-footer Jakiri.
I'm going to tell you something. That kid is going to be one heck of a player at the next level. In the transition game, 24-second clock. I know some people don't have him as a lottery, but let me tell you, they're going to have to think twice about drafting him.
Jakiri trying to move on Plumlee. And it's controlled by Ingram, who had Reed on his back. Quint Kesnick had a chance to speak with Jeff Capel, the associate head coach, on their way out of the half.
Yeah, focal points to the Duke's own defense, denying that entry pass to the free throw line. He said active hands and spacing. The offside guard has got to slough in tight. Good news for Duke, no foul trouble. They were strong on the boards. He thinks they can run more in the second half off of defensive rebounds.
Up and down they go. Both teams missing a lot of shots from close range. Davon Reed around Plumlee to score.
And Reed showed that athletic ability, using it to get to the rim. See, when you look right now in terms of a deeper team, certainly the edge goes to Miami. Violation.
Offensive foul called against Matt Jones on the inbounding pass. Chase Jeter, a rare appearance, and Plumlee goes to the bench. We talked to Coach Krzyzewski before the game about Chase Jeter, highly recruited player out of Las Vegas. He's one of the 3 McDonald's All-Americans in their freshman class. And he said right now it's mostly a mental thing, but he's in that kind of situation where one big play, one good minute of action could really turn the whole thing around, because they still love his talent.
Yeah, they really do like his skills. They said today at the shoot-around he was really excited. He was really doing a lot of good things. They need some minutes out of him. Oh, there's the lob over the top.
They lobbed it over Jeter, and Jakiri tipped after the original miss by Davon Reed. Full shot clock for Miami.
Great play by Jakiri to keep that ball alive. Wide open now.
Reed set up by Rodriguez. Rebound Kennard. Allen, it's 4-on-2 as they go into the forecourt. Jones short with a 3. Ingram went swooping in for it, but Davon Reed controlled for the Canes.
Miami trying to put a little more pressure by running. Nice pass. What a look. Are you serious? What a look. Even A-Rod likes that one. What a look. Wow. The diagonal pass. Tremendous look. Wide open layup. Jam City.
Allen trying to quiet the crowd. Dumped it off for Jeter, who was denied underneath. Kamari Murphy. McClellan spinning down the lane, and he's going to shoot 2.
Little danger time right now for Duke. I think we're in a little danger zone here for Duke. I really do. Looking at the body language of the Miami team. Watch this pass. The left hand, diagonal, great vision. Wow.
With the largest lead of the night for either team, a 6-point advantage as they try to beat Duke for the 2nd year in a row. Sheldon McClellan made the first of 2 free throws. It was a memorable win last year for Coach Larrañaga up at Cameron Indoor Stadium. Miami beat Duke 90-74 was the only home loss that the Blue Devils suffered last year on their way to the national championship.
Several years ago, beat him here 90-63, one of the worst Duke losses in the last 20 years. It was Layup City. Shane Larkin and company were terrific.
Grayson Allen floating to the left as he shot, got back on his feet just in time to prevent a breakaway layup by McClellan. A block shot for Kamari Murphy.
Murphy's such a high riser. I'll tell you one thing about the kid Allen. He's always in an attack mode. He wants to attack, attack, attack.
Jones spinning way short with a one-handed right-handed shot. Plumlee rescues one. It never got to the rim.
He hasn't scored.
Jakiri a presence underneath.
He hasn't scored yet. Jakiri's done a great job on him on a post defense inside.
Jim Larrañaga said Duke has great talent, but if we play man-to-man, for the most part, I really like our matchups when we're on defense.
Tell you one thing, they're getting such a solid performance out of Rodriguez, controlling the tempo of the game, making shots, facilitating, getting people involved.
Super Tuesdays tomorrow starting at 7, Indiana and Wisconsin. And then at 9, the great Ben Simmons and LSU against Georgia. Super Tuesdays presented by Hotels.com. Also streaming live on Watch ESPN and the ESPN app.
Also right after us, you got Iowa State at home. Steve Prohm's club taking on Kansas. That's a big-time battle down there. Cyclone country. Will there be some Hilton Magic?
The other team in Iowa, and there are several. The Big Ten team, Iowa, ranked number 3 in the country. What a coaching job Fran McCaffrey has done at Iowa.
Fantastic. He's getting great performances out of his entire team, Udolph and company. He's beaten Michigan State twice. He's beaten Purdue twice. I saw them earlier. They were up in Orlando in the tournament. They lost to Dayton. They lost to Notre Dame. And it looked like it was going to be, a good year maybe, but not what they're having now. Playing brilliant.
Duke down 8. Kennard, tough step back. Long battle for the rebound, won by Kamari Murphy, the transfer from Oklahoma State.
They got all kinds of transfers. McClellan from Texas. You got Rodriguez from Kansas State. You got him from Oklahoma State. If you're unhappy, call up Jim Larralega.
Well, it works both ways. He had 2 players transfer out after last year. Manu Lecoq went to Baylor, and he was huge in that Miami win at Duke last year. And DeAndre Burnett transferred to Ole Miss. He averaged 7 points per game a year ago. Matt Jones called for his 3rd foul. Duke's been whistled for just 6 fouls in the game, but 3 of them against Matt Jones.
Can't afford to have him go out. He's their veteran, experienced player. He's made big shots throughout his career.
James Palmer made the first free throw.
Getting minutes out of a lot of people. Palmer giving them some quality minutes. Rodriguez getting a little break here.
And Miami has opened up a 10-point lead. They've won 15 games this year. 14 of the 15 wins have been by double digits. When they win, they blow people out.
Such a veteran basketball team. Nothing like having that experience and a winner's experience.
The only win by single digits was a double overtime win over Nebraska. Ivan Cruz Uceda called for his 2nd foul.
Got to be careful, though. Duke's a very dangerous team with spurts. They had one of those spurts right against North Carolina State when they were struggling with 14 zip.
This is the first foul of this half against Miami. Grayson Allen short with the free throw, and he's an excellent free throw shooter at 85% for the year.
That could be a little fatigue right there. When you're like short like that at your legs, not getting your legs into your shot.
9 games of 20+ as you saw in the graphic, and 3 games with more than 30 for Grayson Allen, with a season high of 33 against Long Beach State.
First guy to go back-to-back for 30 in the Duke uniform since J.J. Redick did it back in 2006. And J.J. was able to flat-out shoot the rock.
Palmer from Washington, D.C. Newton in traffic. Palmer with Jones defending. Rebound, Marshall Plumlee.
Not a good shot. Fading away. Bad shot right there. You want to give Duke life. You want to take good shots, quality shots. Man-to-man defense. Plumlee's got to get a little bit involved offensively. Has not scored a point.
Tough shot. Ingram thought he was hit on the arm as he pulled up along the baseline.
I just love his game. He's got such finesse, so skilled. And they're not changing their zone to a 1-3-1 with Ingram up on top with that big wingspan, making it difficult for you to reverse the ball.
Palmer, the Duke bench thought he walked. 10 seconds on the shot clock. 12.5 minutes to go, second half. Good ball movement. McClellan wide open. Missed the 3. Cruz Uceda the rebound.
Offensive rebounding, and that's hurt Duke most of the year without Jefferson.
Certainly heard them last week. Syracuse had 26 1 week ago on the
Roberson.
offensive glass. Offensive foul called on Sheldon McClellan.
You know, Roberson was so good in that game. He was a man, almost like playing with kids the way he was rebounding. They got to get Rodriguez back on the floor. They need him. The way he's played today, his focus, his concentration, his delivery of the basketball, making threes. Give him a little rest, but I'd get him on that floor.
Allen underneath for Plumlee.
Oh.
And a foul called. Kamari Murphy contested.
Plumlee had that jam created by the driving ability of Allen, but it doesn't go down.
Al Quint-Kesenick on the sidelines. Our producer Eric Mosley, our director Jeff Evers, and Marshall Plumlee with the free throw, his first point of the night. Averaging 8 points, as you see, and 8 rebounds a game.
But he's had so many really magical moments. He really's been playing really well for them on the inside. Had that big game against Syracuse, 19 and 17.
1-3-1 zone for Duke.
See, I'm making it difficult for you to reverse the basketball with Ingram up on top.
Palmer, boy, he leans rather significantly when he shoots those threes, and there is a foul on Duke on the rebounding action. It'll be the 5th of the half, and it's the second personal foul on Grayson Allen.
I'd be a little nervous right now if I'm Jim Larrañaga. I would get Rodriguez on that floor because he was the guy that settled down everything, made shots, passed the ball really well. Trying to save him, I guess, for the stretch, the last 10 minutes. There's a look at Angel.
Both teams have struggled from the floor in the second half. Duke has 1 field goal in the last 6 minutes and 18 seconds, but Miami's 3 for 15 for the half. Now 4 out of 16 as Sheldon McClellan scores on the dunk.
He likes that. He likes sneaking behind the zone and that diagonal pass. You can see they have practiced that. That's a set play with great eye contact.
Grayson Allen contested by Murphy. He is an excellent defender. Jim Larrañaga raved about his defensive skills, and they've been on display on Big Monday tonight. A little shake and bake down the lane for Sheldon McClellan, and the senior from Houston will go to the line.
He's starting to pick it up right now, McClellan. There's the diagonal pass to him, the catch, the score. See on the baseline, he sneaks right behind Grayson Allen. No communication by Duke.
Plumlee called for his first foul. Sheldon McClellan, the free throw shooter, 88%. And Ring Chanel right on cue.
Started his career off at Texas.
Kennard out, Thornton in, and his shooting has improved year to year. His free throw shooting as well, even though it's not on the graphic, has gone up all the way to 88%.
Three-point shooting as well. Miami with strong defense.
Thornton being pestered by Jaquan Newton, making it very tough just to get into their offense.
He went by him, though.
Lobbed up for Plumlee, who just kind of tipped it in.
The size of Plumlee was a difference there, but it was the play by Thornton getting by Newton, beating him off the bounce, created the opportunity. That pass is tough to make over Ingram. Very difficult pass to make.
Reed for 3. Grayson Allen came out, but a little too late.
That gap is open right there. If you can reverse the ball and get a shooter into that wing, you can attack that zone in that scenario. Big shot right there by Reed. They love it here. They love it here in Coral Gables. They're going wild for their Canes.
A big part of the night as Allen throws it away. The defense by Miami, particularly at the three-point line. Duke in league play has made 9.5 threes per game. Most in the ACC. They have just 3 three-point field goals, 9 turnovers now tonight.
They've done a great job matching up on the perimeter. I saw it also by Kentucky this past weekend against Arkansas. They did it, and against Vanderbilt. Shut down the three-point game of those teams, and they went to the victor's circle. Here comes Rodriguez on. He's their catalyst. He's got a lot of heart, this kid.
Quint.
Sean, 2 games in 3 days for this Duke team. You flash back to last Monday, they didn't shoot the ball well from 3 either. You have to wonder if this team with their 6-man rotation, not built for the quick turnaround.
Jaquan Newton right to that ACC logo where Dick Vitale has been suggesting the Hurricanes might want to hang out.
Wide open. That area is wide open when they go in there 2-3 setup.
Duke in trouble now, 9.5 to go, down by 12. Murphy up a bit too tight defensively.
Wide open right in the area here by the ACC logo. That is wide open. See right there, freeze it. Yeah, freeze it. He comes up at you. He can dump it down actually for a layup if he wanted. They got a little triangle. 2 guys on a low box, get the ball at the ACC. Roy Williams said his kids did that against Syracuse in the second half when they played Syracuse. He said he watched Clemson attack Syracuse like that. Go to the logo.
Good hands by Rodriguez, but it wound up back with Ingram, who tried a couple of times and couldn't get it through the goal. Out of bounds to Duke.
It'll be tough to pressure right now when you look at Duke playing 2 games so quickly on the road. Only a 6-man rotation. It'd be kind of tough for them to go full court and start to trap and press. And plus, with the experienced backcourt of Miami, they'll be tough to press.
Well, they do get some time off after this game. They don't play again until February 2nd at Georgia Tech. Foul on Ingram, his second, and they turn it over. And Coach K well out onto the court.
Ooh. I don't think there's any doubt about that. He pushed him.
Pat Driscoll giving Mike Krzyzewski an audience.
He's giving him a chance. He's giving him a chance to say a few words. Part of good officiating.
I believe Coach K is going to call a timeout. You saw the coaches wearing sneakers, part of a fundraiser for Coaches versus K. 41. Dick Vitale mentioned the number earlier. The magic number for Duke this year has been 75 points. They're 15-1 when they score more than 75. The only loss was when they put up 91 against Notre Dame, lost 95-91. But they're 0-4 when they don't get to 75.
It'll be tough to get to 75 tonight.
Their season low is 62 in that loss last Monday to Syracuse. Strong drive and the finish by Jaquan Newton.
I'll tell you, Newton, without a doubt, to me, is the premier 6-man I have seen so far in college basketball. He's instant offense. When he comes off that bench, his mindset, he plays hard on the defensive end as well.
Ingram rattles one home.
That diaper dandy is so special, it's unbelievable. Sad in a way. You just love to see kids. You know he has to go because of the dollars will be in front of him. But can you imagine a kid like that playing for 4 years? How good it'd be.
Allen, the breakaway dunk, and Duke starting to climb back into it.
They're never out of the game with their explosiveness and their ability to shoot the 3, which has not been available today because of the defense by Miami. Jim Larinaga has done a great job preparing his team for this game.
He has an interesting situation with his coaches. Like football, he has an offensive and defensive coordinator and a director of scouting who does all the scouts, and Adam Fisher, who handles the scouting, has done a very nice job tonight. Jamal Brunt, the offensive coordinator.
Kansas wants that win. They got that big date on Saturday with Kentucky. That'll come right after we play our game, which is going to be battle between Buddy Hield, Ben Simmons. I can't wait to get down there and join Brett Musburger and Baton Rouge for Oklahoma and LSU.
Miami was up 14 not long ago, and there's a shot clock violation. Their lead is down to 9, and a lot of energy right now on the Duke bench.
Uncle Mo's arrived a little bit on that Duke bench. They're standing up. They feel it. And remember this, they're so capable of shooting a 3, and Miami's taking that away. But if they get open, knock it down to 3, that'll give them even more momentum.
Derek Thornton, freshman, gave it off to Grayson Allen with Kennard, Ingram, and Plumlee for Coach K. Thornton couldn't cross over and get by Rodriguez, who went for a steal on Kennard.
Good defense right there by Miami, keeping the offensive player in front of him.
Allen trying to force the drive, and Reed never did give ground and blocked the shot out of bounds. 6 to shoot.
He did force that action right there. That shot was not available. That was a bad series right there by Grayson. Defense beat him to the spot, made him take a bad shot.
Boy, beautiful play. Plumlee underneath for a dunk and fouled from behind by Jacquiri. So Marshall Plumlee will shoot two. The crowd did not like the call.
I guarantee you that stomach is churning right now at Jim Larrañaga. I'm telling you, he can't wait to see that clock go and move it. It's like going to be an eternity here.
Looked like a block. Jim Larrañaga thought so. So did most of the 8,000 in attendance in this sold-out building.
Probably with a nice stroke. Hey, our guy Mr. Battier in the house was one heck of a college player. Talk about defense, offense. Champ with Miami with the Heat. Had a guy that helped him out a little bit down there by the name of LeBron James.
Yes, helps to have LeBron on your team. Good to see Shane here tonight. Our colleague a year ago. 7 straight points for Duke to the delight of Shane Battier.
14-point lead has totally disappeared. Each possession now getting a little bit nerve-wracking here. As Rodriguez from the basketball, he's made good things happen all night. What a pass!
And Jacquiri, a chance for 3, set up beautifully by Angel Rodriguez.
Right, who created that was Angel Rodriguez with his great driving ability, great vision, and the understanding of how to play the game. So cerebral. Experience, man. Experience, like a 5th-year player. The little dump off, a little layup. If I'm Jacquiri, I take him out to dinner. I take him to Prime 112 tonight, and I buy him a beautiful dinner. Probably can't afford it. College kid.
Yeah, that's right. Jacquiri, 66% free throw shooter. Grayson Allen's foul is 3rd. Duke is over the limit. They were called for just 2 fouls in the first half. They've committed 8 here in the second.
What a tremendous play that was. You talk about a backbreaker and give you a little momentum. Rodriguez's penetration.
Thornton passed it off to Plumlee. One-on-one with Jacquiri. Thornton for 3.
That's a big 3 by the young kid. He should be a high school senior. He reclassified so he can come out and play here. And they thought he would be the guy to step in for Tyus Jones.
And when Jones decided to leave, that certainly created a vacuum. Thornton's tried to fill it. 6.5 to go. Miami by 7. McClellan, the step back. Yes.
He's a big-time second-half player, Sean. He makes big plays in the second half.
Jim Larrañaga thinks McClellan could be a first-round pick. There are 19 NBA scouts and general managers here tonight.
They didn't come to see you or me?
No, they did
not.
Oh, wow. Our days of usefulness to them are long gone. Actually, they never existed for me.
I was never useful.
No, you were useful.
Oh,
wow, strong move by Thornton against the big Jacquiri, the 7-footer, 248 pounds, and Thornton still managed to score.
Getting some positive minutes out of Thornton. Now he's got to be able to stay in front of Rodriguez.
Jaquan Newton. Jim Larrañaga telling us the story before the game tonight. When he was a senior in high school, he lost his mom, Lisa, after a 3-year battle with breast cancer. He went out the next night and scored 33 points in the state championship game to win the state title for Newman Goretti in Philadelphia.
Tremendous effort. They said it was really inspirational.
Plumlee scores off the feed from Ingram, and Duke is within 5.
Plumlee getting a little active, really has picked it up in the second half. Gives them a little bit more balance. Look at Jim Larrañaga, very animated on that sideline.
That whistle you can hear is Coach Larrañaga stomping around in those very fancy sneakers that Adidas gave him for this Coaches versus Cancer night. They're hand-painted to the Miami colors. Wow, tough shot, and Reed threw it in a line drive from just about the free throw line.
Came up with the big play, Reed, right there. Big play. They're all standing up here now. Standing up. Starting to get the winning time now. Will Duke go 4-4 in the conference? First time since 1996.
Ingram, tough catch by Thornton, in trouble for a moment with Rodriguez up on him. Ingram for three. And a long rebound to the dead ball side, down to Angel Rodriguez. The lob and the finish by Sheldon McClellan.
Oh, they are rocking and rolling here in Coral Gables. They're jumping with joy in South Beach.
Allen out of control. The officials, I think they had differing calls. And John Gaffney's call of a block on the perimeter is going to stand.
I tell you, Sean, my choice of player of the game has got to be Rodriguez. He's going to put the pressure on the defense. Then there's the lob. Great pass. The little guy's making it happen with his penetration, fighting the open guy. Throw it up, baby. Throw it up. Slam, jam, bam. Dipsy-doo, dunkaroo.
Some Devils, Steve Levy and John Anderson. They'll have highlights from the Australian Open among all of the day's sports news right after college hoops on ESPN. Marshall Plumlee denied again. Tanya Jakiri held his ground, blocked the shot, and then when the ball was loose, he fouled Plumlee.
You mentioned that next game, Iowa State, Steve Prohm with the Jimmy V Foundation. We're going to be honoring Steve, and along with Dan Gable, superstar, former wrestling coach, raised a lot of money in June for 380 Foundation. Should be a great, great night. Ray Cole, who does a phenomenal job, a TV executive, helps us. It should be a great, great night.
1-1 for Plumlee, who rattled the first one in. He's just 60% for the year from the line. Jakiri's foul was his second, and both teams are now over the limit.
Plumlee scored all his points so far here in the second half. Got 7 in the second half. A lot of time on that clock.
Just under 4 minutes to go. Miami by 7. Their largest lead was 14 here in the second half. They are 1-11 against ranked ACC teams over the last 3 years, but that one win was the one at Duke last year when they beat the 4th-ranked Blue Devils in Camry.
Tell you, what about this stat line? Rodriguez has nice backdoor cut. I'm telling you what, that kid knows how to play, man, Newton. He has a variety of ways to score, and that's why he, to me, is a roll-aid specialist, one of the premier 6 men in all of basketball.
A 3 for Grayson Allen.
They don't go away. They just coming at you. You know, the stat line I was talking about, Rodriguez has 8 assists and 1 turnover. That is pretty good, man. 8-1.
He was fantastic in the win at Duke last year. Rodriguez had 24 points in that game, including 4 threes. He had 5 assists and 5 steals. Newton was doubled. Jakiri, another beautiful pass. Another assist for the big man. Davon Reed, the finish.
Another cut without the ball. For you young kids out there, the last 2 possessions by Miami was the art of cutting without the basketball. Movement. The easiest person to guard is somebody that's stationary. Move without that basketball. Look at that there. Backdoor cut. Catch the defense staring at the ball. You go the other way, and here's your carry up the high post. And teammate cuts to the goal. Great cut, great score. That's great team basketball. Team, T for togetherness, E for effort, A for attitude, and M for mental toughness. You got mental toughness. Well, put up with me all night. You have to have it.
They reset the clock to 2:43. Some time had run off that should not have. Well, Jim Larinaga is the ultimate positive thinker. He had his team at practice over the weekend listening to that song, Don't Worry, Be Happy. He said a lot of times, Billy, your guys start to get stressed. He wanted to lighten the mood. Friday, he had them sit on the bench and practice how to cheer for their teammates. They've been happy, and they've done a lot of cheering tonight. Grayson Allen scores to make it a 6-point game with 2.5 to go, and Duke down to 1 timeout now.
He wants to be a little happy in another 2.5 minutes, but Duke's a team that's not going to go away. Be tenacious. Let's look at Mr. Rodriguez, showing his range as a shooter, shooting a couple of threes early in the game. Then we're going to watch him right here with another one. 3 big threes, and then right at the little floater in the lane. And we haven't seen, what about his passing ability? Oh, look at that left hand. Look one way. And then the little dish inside. He's had a phenomenal game. Phenomenal game. Star of stars. There's no doubt in my mind. If I'm voting for the star of stars in this game, it's going to be Angel Rodriguez.
11 points tonight, right on his average. With the three-point shooting, which started very early. Much improved for Angel. A season-high 8 assists in this game. Miami as a team has assisted on 20 of their 26 made field goals.
You're right on top of it, man. You got all the numbers. You are prepared. Preparation, the key in life.
Yes, indeed.
His little motion here offensively.
Big possession. They spread the floor. McClellan went right by Jones. And they're calling the foul on the drive. Jim Larinaga and this Miami crowd wanted the goal to count and a chance for 3, but John Gaffney waved it off.
That's a good call. I'm going to tell you why. NBA, that counts. That's not in college. He fouled him before he was releasing the basketball. You got to be he didn't release the ball.
There.
He fouled him prior to the release of the ball. NBA, that would count.
Now John Gaffney and Michael Stevens are conferring, and they are making a trip to the monitor. And it's just to identify who committed the foul, and it's on Jones, his 4th.
Tell you what, you got to start making these foul shots down there. They're a good free throw shooting team, because right now you got a possession game.
There's McClellan, one of the best free throw shooters in the country at 88% coming in. 3 out of 4 tonight. And that was a 1-and-1. It'll be the last 1-and-1 of the night for Miami. The next is the double bonus when Duke commits another foul. Big 12 SEC Challenge doubleheader on ESPN Saturday starting at 5. Wow. Rough night at the line by McClellan's standards. Just 4 out of 6. And Grayson Allen for 3, off the mark and run down by Newton. And now Duke in trouble, down 7 with 2 minutes to go.
And also in trouble because Miami's a very good free throw shooting team. They like putting the ball in the hands of Newton.
Newton, 76% free throw shooter.
He may not start, but I'll tell you what, coach shows what he thinks of him. He finishes. Look at that pass.
Whoa, McClellan looked like it might bounce off for a moment. It went down. True to form, McClellan much more productive in the second half. He has 12 in the second half. Ingram, the answer for Duke, and they bring more spirited pressure now. McClellan's behind the defense. Kennard bumped him. No whistle, but count the basket.
Hey, what a half McClellan's had. What a second half. That's been a story of his career thus far. Great second half player. In the games I've seen him, he had like 1 or 2 when I had him against Florida State. Had 20 in the second half. There's McClellan sneaking out. He gets a little bump there, no call, but he scores. And look at Newton around the back, and then a little dump down to his teammate for a layup. Takes a little while to go in, but it does. Great performance by Miami. Great performance.
The last Miami foul on Davon Reed, his first. It sends Grayson Allen to the line for a 1-and-1. The 8th team foul. The student section chanting overrated at Duke. And if this result stands, they will have lost the Blue Devils for the 4th time in 5 games.
People better hurt him right now, because I'm telling you, the difference maker with this team in particular, not that he's a superstar, but he fits what they need, Emil Jefferson.
Ingram, a big tip in. The free throw rolled off.
Nice tip in.
It is a 8-point game now. Rodriguez, a strong drive and a foul called. It is a 6-point game as they now put up the 2 on the tip in by Ingram on the missed free throw. Meanwhile, Matt Jones is just fouled out for Duke. And as we said, they're really a 6-man rotation. They've given Chase Jeter a couple of minutes tonight to play 7.
Matt certainly didn't have one of his real outstanding games, but he's such a valuable contributor to this team.
1:02 to go, and Coach K loses the man who's made more threes for Duke this year than anybody else in Matt Jones at 40.5%, a good three-point shooter.
He's also very experienced, makes big plays. Remember before the game, Coach K told us, you know, we may get beat because someone's better, they'll score more, shoot the ball better, but nobody's going to say we didn't hustle. And that's a trademark over the years. They play so hard every time. I've been covering their games for 37 years, man, and I don't remember Duke ever not playing hard. And when they get Jefferson back, I'm telling you, they're going to be a different team.
Some question with the officials. Brief delay. They were looking at the clock. Confirmed the 102 remains. Well, Jim Larrañaga, if his team can hang on, he'll go to 4-2 against Duke. They started the night as a program 5-17 against Duke all time, but under Larrañaga 3-2.
Tell you one thing, Jimmy's got a great recruiting class coming in next year. Got a McDonald's All-American coming in by the name of Ewell. They got some outstanding players. Keep on name of Bruce Brown, Rodney Miller, and Duke has been in a battle with Kentucky for number 1 and 2 in terms of being rated as a recruiting class by Paul Biancardi and ESPNU. Duke's got terrific players coming, the 1-2 kids, Henry Giles and Tatum.
Thornton, they desperately need it. They don't get it. Long rebound ripped away by Rodriguez. Then he fell down. Boy, and as Allen came diving in, Rodriguez took a shot in the face.
Come on, guys.
And
Don't spoil a good afternoon.
McClellan being told very strongly by Michael Stevens and John Gaffney that he needs to back off. His teammates there to help pull him away.
Smart play by his teammates, really. Don't want to spoil a good evening. Don't want to spoil a good evening.
And you don't want to get a couple technicals that gets Duke right back in the game. 47.4 to go.
Just play the game. Allen was diving for a loose ball. Rodriguez is going for it, hustling. He's had a great second half. McClellan, tremendous job by the Miami teammates getting McClellan away from that action. I mean, look at this, diving for the ball. Here comes Allen. He wants the ball as well. Both guys hustling, fighting, scrapping for that basketball. Banged his head, I think. McClellan jumping in there. You don't want to cause any problem. Look at Mr. Stevens right up there on him. Said, get away. Here comes Newton. Doing a great job. Look at Newton pulling him away. Smart play. Calm down. You had a great game, Sheldon. Don't ruin it. Don't ruin it. Play hoops, man. Play hoops. Let your basketball do the talking. It's been a lot of fun here tonight, Tom.
Yeah, great atmosphere. Nice to see this community taking so much interest in Miami basketball. They went to the arrow, and it's Duke ball. Down by 8. 43 seconds to go.
I think basketball's picked up in this area because of the heat as well.
Yeah,
Miami Heat. Pat Riley and his people do a great job.
Allen, very tough three with plenty of time on the shot clock, but the game clock running out, down by 8. Ingram fouled as he tried to force up a shot.
Tell you one thing, his stock is going up, and up. There's no doubt about it. You mentioned earlier the coaches are wearing sneakers. Cancer, coaches versus cancer, the V Foundation. We must battle that disease, all of us, unite. Because right now, cancer is running wild. Had a call just the other day about an 8-year-old girl battling DIPG. She's in St. Jude's Hospital. Parker, wish you the best, Parker. Just listen to your mom, dad, and keep fighting, honey. Keep fighting. Can't stand that disease, Sean. I can't stand it. Terrible what it does to families and people. If you want to help us, you can make a donation. Just go to DickVitaleOnline.com and you can buy a raffle ticket for a brand new Mercedes. You'll see the picture right there. DickVitaleOnline.com. Oh, wide open. Look at this. Look at this.
Is all alone behind the defense.
It's over. It's over. Put it in the book. Put it in the book. 4 out of 6 now for Jim Larrañaga. Miami with a big, big win. You got to scoop if you can pull this out.
Kennard for 3, long. Rebound batted around. Ingram had it for a moment. 3-on-1 Miami break. And Kennard commits the foul. Newton will go to the line and shoot 2. And the celebration has begun in this sold-out crowd in Coral Gables.
Great performance. They really came here ready. They made threes early against the Duke zone. Duke made runs, and every time they made a run, they came back with an answer, Miami. Newton off the bench, superb. Rodriguez from the moment was sensational. As you look at Emil Jefferson, you know he's dying to get back in the uniform.
Making progress, but it's not anytime soon that he's coming back. Mike Krzyzewski said it is still a ways away. Newton made the free throw. Duke doesn't play again until a week from tomorrow. They're at Georgia Tech. They're going to fall to 15-6 and 4-4 in conference. And the exclamation point by Newton.
Miami with a superb performance. They were awesome, baby, with a capital A. Stay tuned for that second game. Right beyond us, it's going to be terrific. Kansas and Iowa State.
And for Miami, 16th win of the year. Duke, as Dick mentioned earlier, 4-4 in conference now. Their worst since 95-96 when they started 2-5. Miami at 16th win of the year. 15 of them have been by double digits. They have been blowing people out. McClellan had 16 points in the second half, 21 for the game to lead all scorers.
A lot of respect between these teams, coaches. I know there's great admiration. Jim Larrañaga called Mike Krzyzewski